30 for 30, presented by Cadillac.
He's only a 52% foul shooter. And the big thing right now is he and Cantor are 21 and 22 years of age. Two young guys with a ton of talent.
Cantor has come over from Utah at the trade deadline, been a big offensive impact man. Second one brings a technical foul. The attack by Westbrook and the finish.
How about that? You know that right now Singler's at a major disadvantage with Art.
Westbrook is ready to help, but Brewer's parked in the corner. Takes the three over the top. Another one!
As soon as he hit the rim,
to trade that reverse from Westbrook.
On April 6, 2015, in a lounge room in Perth, Australia, history was made. The Coozies, led by their brilliant, charismatic and downright awesome manager, Luke Cooz Brennan, achieved what no one who has come before him in fantasy basketball has achieved. 3 championships in a row. A three-peat.
Major highlight from that year would have to be when the Coozies racked up that 1.5 points that one time for that one steal that once. That was incredible. Really increased his score by 1.5 points.
And that's why he's so popular, and that's why the kids love him, you know. The kids aren't going, come Christmas time, they're not asking their mums for a Mandy Patinkin Titan jersey. They're asking for a Coozie jersey, you know, with that number 9 on the back. So they can be the cool kid at school with their Nike Air Jordans and yeah, just, you know, be part of the in crowd. And I mean, it's almost a license to print money, isn't it? I mean, he could just slap that number 9 on the back of his Coozie jersey and just sit there and take that $19 off each kid. And I mean, let's be honest, you probably just wouldn't even give them a jersey, would you? I mean, they're kids, we're adults. Just, you know, punch them in the dick and take their money. You got $19, they've got a sore dick, and we can just move on. I mean, not that I'm advocating punching kids in the dick. This league is very much about anti-dick punching. So yeah, don't take that away. That's not something that I condone as commissioner. But I'm just saying, you know, he's there, he can make that sale because people love him. Everyone loves him. Girls want to be in him and guys want to be in him. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, they love him. So what was the question again?
Who's his only league news?
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry, I thought you said Cooz. Nah.
You know, 2 things stand out for me. One, just how famous he was. And then the second, you know, homicidally competitive. Like really, like almost you could say he had a problem. He was so competitive. His entire life just revolved around beating other people.
Webster's dictionary defines clutch as to grasp something tightly. That's what you meant, right? Yeah? Cool.
It was a three-way to get into the top 4. Me, Mel, and Big Baby. I got in there. I was like, oh, hi, boom, yeah. And then, you know, semi-final against the Cooz. He smashed me. He ripped me a good one. He put his whole head in my anus.
He always took his game to another level in the playoffs, like we've never seen before.
For some reason, come playoff time, his team just goes to another level. Like, really? 1,400 points? Are you kidding me? It's fucking ridiculous.
The Cooz has always inspired those less skilled and talented than himself. And let's face it, in this league, well, that's everyone.
Yeah, Cooz picking up George Dieng once, I think. That was pretty awesome. No one saw that coming. And he's got a trophy and we don't, so that's maths.
Been watching fantasy basketball my whole life. Grew up with fantasy basketball. Whole reason I joined the league. Cooz. No doubt about it. My opportunity to play alongside the Cooz, against the Cooz, more importantly. Learn from the Cooz. Dream come true.
Controversy and greatness go hand in hand, just like Scotty spewing and draft night.
So yeah, the reason why I came in as commissioner was that a few of the league members were sort of a bit concerned about the relationship between G and Cooz. Cooz was doing a little too well in some of the results, and a couple of guys thought that G was sort of maybe feeding him a little bit inside information and helping him out. I don't know why they'd think that. I don't know what use G would be to Cooz. If anything, if Cooz used Eddie G's information, it probably would have wound up as Peacock in the first year instead of me, who I shouldn't have been in there in the first place. So
yeah, there was a lot of pressure. Not only as commissioner, but as Cooz's best friend forever. A lot of people put his first win down to how close he was to the commissioner, and it didn't sit well with me. Of course, it led me to resign from that role and hand it over to who I thought was probably Cooz's worst friend. But it's proof that there was no favoritism there. It was just skill, fantasy skill.
Just like any other 8-man fantasy league, fierce rivalries begin. The Scala League is no exception.
Jacuzzi Cup. It's bigger than the Scala. And, if I win, I win. It's awesome. He wins, he does it a lot already. He has the ring, but I'm happy for him. Yeah.
You think of all the great rivalries in the history between different franchises. Lakers and Celtics, Bulls versus Pistons. Even Jeebus and the Devil doesn't come close to what this is. Coozies versus the Wizards, this is on a whole nother level. Wars have started for less shit than this.
As much as it pains his peers, especially HP, there is no doubt that the Coozies dynasty is up there with the all-time greats.
Quickly, just give me 4 instances of a three-peat. You can't, can you? And that's why, he's probably in that conversation with Michael Jordan. But, Michael Jordan is a basketball player, and this is only fantasy basketball. And
the great three-peats, Bulls did it twice. I think the Cooz will do it twice, probably twice in a row, so that's a 6-peat. Yeah, because no one else knows how to do this fantasy shit.
All fantasy basketball fans are aware the Cooz is the greatest.
But he's got to be up there with the likes of Hoops. I Did It Again, Bloodbath and Beyond. All the great teams of the '83 Fantasy League Worldwide Series.
The greatest of all time, the GOAT.
Well, he's the greatest that's ever played. And
you greatest who ever played.
Yeah.
You go right there.
No question about it.
He's proven to be an amazing champion, a handsome bastard, and a 3-time Scala champion, 3 in a row. Not just Tom winning 1 and then 3 years later winning. Still hasn't won another one.
Fucking hate that guy.